What do you say? I might remember the one for the
go back one.
I think that just
kale banange mubayidde tukyali mu kooti eno era nga Dr. Kiiza Besigye akomawo essaawa zino zino tukyali mu kooti mulungi eyakatujoyininga kati mbadde nsaba ogishayalinge muntu wano giraikinge owakajoyininga kati soka ogiweka like ebeere ng'edduka omusinga engwayi tukyali mu kooti Dr. Kiiza Besigye akyali mu kooti Dr. Kiiza Besigye akyali mu kooti kala oyera na kanso we senior kanso Martha Kaluwa ali wano alindiridde mulamuzi abantu bakyalimu bangi nga bw'obalaba Semujju Nganda Honorable naye akyalimu tukyalimu mu kooti tukyaliyo ddala mu kooti nga bw'olaba abantu bakyalimu tetumanyi omulamuzi atugambye twongezeeyo nti agambye awumulemu for some minutes then akomewo kati mugiraikinge bannange mwena mugiraikinge abagiriko tukyali mu kooti era oli mu kulaba Extreme Media YouTube subscribinga likinga ate era commentinga tukyaliwo bubi nnyo kuba nyo tubaweereza tetumanyi omulamuzi agamba ki Besigye bayinza okumuwa beyiro oba bagenda kukola ki kati kyekibuuzo ekiriwo kuba agambye kino tulindemu for some minutes. So Martha Kaluwa ye kanso we akyaliwo wuuyawo kanso Martha Kaluwa wuuyo akyaliwo ali kubeera nti no akwasaganya ebintu bino mpola mpola katusabe buli omu esaala gyasaba kuba nti no Dr. Kiiza Besigye bamuta avaayo mukomera naye saawa zino tetumanyi bambi mugiraikinga video ate mbanga temunaba kusubscribinga musubscribinge era nga bwolaba ne Semujju Nganda akyaliwo waneeno kukomera ku kooti waneena kawa kuba nti alinda ekiki ekiddako kati abantu bobangi we bali tuli mu kulindirira ekibaddewo okuzaganya ebigambo Kanso Aron avuddewo mu binyoneza abawaabi owa gavumenti oba birivumbuka gwe mumanyi bulungi bavuddewo bubi nnyo bavuddewo bubi nnyo so kyolina okola kubeerako Kanso Aron wuuno ayingiddewo Kanso Aron wuuyo ayingiddewo okuba nti nno akwasaganya ebyo so gishayalinge mwena abagiriko mugiraikinge mannange buli ojjako nyongera okujjukiza nti oba wakatuba kulaikinga neeno so kyolina okukola ogiraikinga nekigiyambako okuba nti edduka omusinde nga gwayiriyiri buli omu abeera updated oba ogiraikinze video ng'ogiwadde ka like oba edduka omusinde nga gwayiriyiri so kyewerabira ku likinga video oba tonaba kusubscribinga please make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that tubeera updated buli kimu kyetukutuusa kimu obeera updated ku buli kimu kye tukola ku Extreme Media UG. Uploads zonna zituteekayo ojja kuba oziraba oba ng'osubscribinze n'onyiga mu ka notification bell. Kati kitegeeza nti uploads zonna zituteekayo oba oziraba. Tukyali mu kooti ne Dr. Kiiza Besigye naye ng'ekiri eno kika tetumanyi oba banaamuwabayo kuba omulamuzi atugambye tulindemu for some minutes. Kirabika agenze kulya ka lunch then akomewo asalewo. So gwe kiki kyolowooza? Gwenga gwe kiki kyolowooza? Teekawo ndowooza mu comment section wetunyumyamu wane mpola as we wait for ekooti okuba nti etande. Bavuddewo obubi nnyo kanso Aron Kiiza avuddewo obubi nnyo. Kitegeera ekintu ekyo. Kanso Aron Kiiza avuddewo obubi nnyo essaawa oyo. Oh, use English. Godwin. Okay. Now, what's happening now, Godwin? Joshua Godwin. What's happening now? The court was adjourned for some minutes, so we are eagerly waiting for the judge to come back and say the ruling. Yeah, you see, I don't know that language of lawyer, of counsels, but I will try my level best to interpret. I'll try my level best to explain you so that you know what's happening. So, Godwin, Dr. Kiiza Besigye is back, and Aron Kiiza, they are totally now back. It means we are going to start. Please make sure you subscribe, call a friend, tell a friend. Extreme Media is live. Yeah, subscribe, like, comment and share the link to everyone. That's it. I've been updated ku buli kimu ky'oteekayo. Omulamuzi essaawa yonna yakolebwayo kuba nti atuuka wano.
Oleme kubanga munno bwe yabadde.
Alright, banange tutandise. Dr. Kiiza Besigye already amaze okuba nti no bamuleeta ne munne. Naye kintu kino kiri fane. Basajja babeera ku mpingu every time. Yogenda ku mpingu bali bajja ku mpingu. Kiki kyolowooza? Tuwelowooza mu comment section. What do you think? Kiki kyolowooza ekinaabeera mu olunaku olwaleero? Kubanga Dr. Kiiza Besigye leero bakadijaninga 2 times. Tusegeera mirundi 2. Kati tumanyi omulamuzi akomawo naki olunaku olwaleero. Mbasaba busabe banange musubscribinge. Mwena abagiriko okay. Oh, there are some people who don't understand the Luganda. So what I'm trying to mean of balance, first of all, when you immediately come on this live, what you have to do first, please give me a like. Give this live a like, and if you have not yet subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and you turn on the notification bell. Yeah. Ekoti eno bagyongezaayo bagyadijanize for some minutes, naye basoose ne bagyongezaayo for some minutes neera ne bagyongezaayo. Kati gino mirundi gwakubi 2 times nga bakola adjournment. So we are waiting for the judge to tell us. Besigye Albert is saying mwagala kubeerako Oshbat and Hamia. The magistrate was just going to have more instructions to give the doctor. Definitely everyone is thinking so. You never know, it might be true, you might be right. Yeah, you might be right. Guys, I don't know how this Uganda is moving. Please, guys, can you Uganda waboji tunuulidde igwe limu kutambulira yoba otunuulidde Uganda eno a lot of things are happening. Muliawo bawambi ono. Hope you understand. Bali mukusomesa bantu lunyankole. So twegamba embeera si nungi yadde nakamuteyegombesa personally. Komenti ngaawo tulabe tunyumyemu omusango kooti bwebanga eddemu okutandika. Komenti ngaawo tulinda kooti eddemu sebuga ova mu kifaananyi kyange mbaavu bakulabira ku bibye sagala kulabira mu gwe towulira
gwe ani akuloga
abadde ki
abadde alinye ne booda ng'agenza atuuse nakawa
ati lwaki
omukazi we omukubidde mukazi we.
So guys, please subscribe, comment and share the link. We are waiting for judge. Sebugwa bali mukubuuza mbu obadde ki
baana bambuuza
wakyabyo n'abalala abajjaawo
bali mukubuuza obadde ki bajja ova mu kamera yange oli awo oli mukwesiba mu kamera mbaavu okay banange tuli ku kooti waneeno tulabe ekiddako tuwe endowooza mu comment section. What do you think? Kiiza Besigye bavakumu bandijanize kati guno omulundi gwakubiri bakifeesi bali muno bakifeesi banange bali mu saidi ne saidi kye mulina okumanya. Aron Kiiza avuddewo bubi nnyo n'omuwaabi wa gavumenti kitegeera nakiikiridde state bavuddewo bubi nnyo Aron Kiiza bavuddewo bubi nnyo kati tuli mu kulinda ensamuneero kyeyogera kituufu era ngenda kubanga nteekayo that moment bavaawo ngenda kujja uploadinga ku channel yenyini social media nga bavaawo kuba awo tubadde tuweesezaamu ko data bayomedde awo but I managed to record, so I'm going to upload it here. Please, I once again remind you, if you haven't yet subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. Give me a subscription. You don't lose anything when you subscribe. And this channel, we didn't specialize into what call entertainment or politics. Tukola buli kimu. Get the point. Tukola buli kimu. Tukola entertainment, politics, n'amawulire amalala agaga trending agapeni. Ate Dr. Kiiza Besigye
yoroza bonna bakutwala ekika politiko nayo oluusi sekatabu ya Museveni jakutekamera permanent wake nyino odelivaninge result nenga kujamba okukola byosagala gwamanyi ogende kampuni kubanga muno gwenagobago alakwatayimu akwakyazanyonyola aba yakoze dda kyakola kati abasinga batugaye mujja sawa mwenda
enjala etuluma
basi babazizza
nagaba baleeti
Alright, banange mwena musubscribinga abagiriko ate mugilikinga video. When you subscribe teri kyovaako, ate when you like teri kyovaako still kujja kutuwagira mwena mugilikinga video muliko bantu 234 mwena mugilikinga tukira oba ogilikinze oyambako abalala. You get the point? Muyambako abalala okufuna information. So mwena mugilikinga video. Once again in English, you all like this video because when you like it, at least give it power, energy, the video or the live to go viral and help even those who are not aware at least to know what's happening. The more likes, the more the video moves. So mwena mugilikinge abalala bataliwo bajje bategeere kiki ekigenda. Nagambye send my regards to Honorable Samuel based all the time in Abbott Hairi muweereza Nixon agambye nti a vote of thanks so far to defense lawyers thank you. Important. Learning of Island. It's very important. You know what you mean. But please, ekiriwo kati kooti abantu bakyali ali banange deployment eri wabweru ndabawo ekyenjawulo wano. Deployment eri wabweru bayinza okuyimbula. I'm like from Rwanda, from you, Papa. Wow, Kule Hapat is launching us from Rwanda. That's great. Please tell those Rwandese, Papa Itawata Rwandese, let them be aware of it through media. Yeah, please, Robert, tell them we are still live in court, waiting for judge. Please, we are watching from Guru. Use English, please. I'm trying to simplify this. Opoka, joke, general. I'm trying to simplify. I'm trying to mix up both English and Uganda. Why they have a deployment if Besigye gets to join the what? The updates, please. What should he? What's happening now? Kiiza Besigye is coming back in court right now, just now. So don't shake. The court was first of all adjourned for some minutes. Nyendo Masaka, Musaka, and having Nyendo Masaka. Musaka, Nyendo, this is English. I'm trying to use English. Live from Toronto, Canada. English tutorials, please. Sabe Canada mtuwe kusente. Mtuwe kudata. Mtuwe kudata wanange. Awe Canada. Data. Alana Noe, thank you for appreciating Yalama Noe. Thank you for your work. Tutorials I need. Thank you for appreciating one of our I'm telling you, how can I contact you? Voice tutorials, can I read my number here? Because it's unfortunate that my other phone is I'm at EcoBank headquarters. EcoBank. Okay. How can I contact you? My friend, I want to read. Can I read the number? Actually, don't only contact me. Yes, contact me on my WhatsApp, but you still send in your data. Can I read the number? Oh, thank you so much. West Tutorials. I'm reading the number. It is 07429 44256. 07429 44256. 07429 44256. That's my number. You can send in your data on those numbers. I can't pin now the number because it is not on WhatsApp, but I'm reading the one on WhatsApp. The one on WhatsApp is 0761 210628. Look WhatsApp. That's one is on WhatsApp. 0761 210628. It is in my name, is Nicholas Yogeza. Please, you all like the video tutorials. West Tutorials it's 0761 210628. Watch live from Rukungiri. But I've liked people from Rukungiri. You're very many here. Egg Cliff tuning in from Stuttgart, Germany. Wow, Hakim, you people, thank you for keeping it Extreme Media. Just what you have to do, subscribe. I humbly request you subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell. We want to reach 30k subscribers. And don't only subscribe, make sure you watch our uploads. The uploads we do. Please subscribe. Zen Zone, watching live from Mombasa, Ben. I'm in Kiiza City, living in Mukobe. Oh, Kiiza City is my city. Mwebale kubakunga mutugoberera abayipinda. Watching from Jumbula. What is going on now? What's happening now? Ekiriwo kati Dr. Kiiza Besigye bamuleeta omulundi ogwokusa wakubiri waba akadijaninga. They adjourned for like 2 times. Please send in your data. Hey, I've seen this. Thank you for appreciating. Yeah, we are live in the court. Can I put my numbers there? Will you send me data? Hey, Muti wa Eric. Mwebale kuberako. For how many minutes? I don't know. Victor Senda, please. Now we're clear. All right. Just waiting for your data. Can I put there my number? I'm asking you. But thank you so much for always keeping it Extreme Media. Saidian Mwekuwali Mukot Shafik sija kulimba kibuze ekyo kigumu nnyo naye amazima gali nti tewali lwaki nnimba sirabawo. Naye ng'esaawa yonna Dr. Kiiza Besigye ndaba abasirikale batandise okwetala kuba bamuleese ate ne bamuzzaayo. Thanks for work, well done. Live in Obunkenke. Wow. You mean I'm also there? Extreme Media is there. I need to start traveling into those places. There is a certain show I want to start here on Extreme Media. I'll be moving in different places just to hear people's reactions on what's happening in the country. You get the point? So I'll be traveling, I'll be moving all over the country. Guys, all you need to do is just to keep it Extreme Media. Don't go, please. Make sure when you come, subscribe. subscribe. Our mission is to at least reach 30k. Let's fight together towards the 30k subscribers. Tutegeere ekintu ekyo. Bw'oba tonaba kusubscribinga, subscribe. Subscribe. What are these judges doing? Things were open from the rules of law to grant this right. Telling you, Walker General, things are complicated inside. Yeah, please, you all like the video. You're over 250 people here. Please, you all like this video. Leero tetuva mu kooti kirabika tugenda sula muno. Ndio comrade waffe team extreme media bakwe mulisi balaba. Do you know, I'm not seeing any person here commenting in group ya extreme media UK WhatsApp group. If you're there, ngajoli oli mukulaba commenting on kutukuoneko. Okutegeeza Dr. Kiiza Besigye baabo bakomyewo omulundi ogwokuna, babaleese nga babazaayo kati neera babakomyewo. What is coming up next? Edi Munya baba tutte ne abasajja babeera kumpingu every time balinga ababbi nange. Kati oli omulala oli owa militale omusirikale gwe babagattako ola where's Lord Mayor? Lord Mayor wali tanaba kuyimbira wali Councilor Kalua is here, Aron Kiiza is here, n'omusajja oyo mugezi nnyo oyo musajja senior council mugezi nnyo. So atudde n'ebirivumbika nga bw'omulaba abirivumbuka yoyo owa gavumenti oba gye bayita state oyo birivumbuka. Please tunyumyemu wano mpolampola bwe tulinda omusango guno okuba nti tutandika, era nga bwemulaba entebe y'omulamuzi yetali mu muntu kati gwe tulinze ffenna ku ntebe y'omulamuzi batugambye ali mu kumaliriza kulya, gwe tulinze ffenna tulabe ekinaaba kiddako. Naye nga mwebale nnyo okuba nti mutugoberako extreme media UB Kamaruzeeko Nixon mwebale okuba nti nobeerako. Please mwena my humble appeal, my humble request to you all who are watching us, make sure when you are watching here, be part of the team. Join us through subscribing. Join the team through subscribing. Please subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell. Yes, subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell. As you can see, Martha Karua is trying to discuss with Dr. Kiiza Besigye. Bagambi Kabuye Barbara saying something. Hello bro, is our president in the photo? Yeah. Banange no bali kuba nti mutugoberera yona gye musinzidde ennaku zino. Banange ekiki embeera si nnungi buli wamu. Ndudde okuba nti no ndisiivinga ssente okuva mu bantu nga ababeerako nga batulaba. Lubindi. Ndudde, I've taken long without receiving any single coin from people watching. I don't know, yet I used it too. Now here Kasanga to watching. Seducer Brian, oh, Kasanga here. Thank you so much, Seducer, always keeping it extreme media. Yugi, please make sure you subscribe. And you all like, you over 300 people. Please you subscribe. Sorry, like the video. You like the video. Mujilike ngemo na. Ndala tunyumimu wano mpola mpola kuba omusango guno gunatandika sigenda kuddamu kwogera. Kitegeera. Tetugenda kuddamu kwogera. Amatu tugenda kugawa kooti. So mwena mujilaikinga video tekola ntondo. Atulabanga kiswazo okubeera ng'oli mu kulaba. Kiswazo okubeera ng'oli mu kulaba. Nga tosubscribinze ate nga tolaikinze. It is a shame. Kiswaza bannange. Please, you all like this video. You like the life and subscribe once again. I tell you so. I tell you to do so. Please, subscribing. Tuli live mu kooti. Dr. Kiiza Besigye is here. Abe Bukoto Heights. Bukoto Heights wano Bukoto wano. Akumpi ne wazex birangi. Tutandise.
Before said that our colleague areas of travel refused to attend the national president mayor.
Mayuge muondo le drone passing. People from Mayuge muondo le drone passing.
Section 48 gives the High Court the power to call for the proceedings of the lower court to examine them. It is at that point that the lower court can modify for review purposes. This court cannot hold the criminal proceedings to await the revision proceedings. The court will proceed with the proceedings.
I choose Cocker.
Once again, I seek your indulgence as I did previously. Because, as has been severally cited, this is a very serious case against us that may lead to our death. Your Worship, this is not the first time I am being charged with treason. This is in fact the third time that he has charged me with treason. The last time was we were in this court in 2016. And we stayed in this court for 5 years before they withdrew that charge of treason in 2016. But before that, apart from the other charges of treason, they have charged me with rape, which went to trial, in which the DPP's chief witness, the director of criminal investigations, admitted under oath in the High Court that she had falsified police documents in order to get at me. Under oath. I have also been charged by the same DPP with terrorism, with illegal possession of guns, all of which charges ended in nothing except my suffering. In fact, before I was brought and charged here with the treason in 2016, I was charged with the same offense in Karamoja, in Moroto, before the DPP realized that she had presented the case in the wrong court. I had spent time in Karamoja, in Moroto prison. So you worship. When I seek your indulgence, pursue our freedom, it's against this background that I seem to be trapped in a country where the prosecutor does everything that leads to my suffering and the suffering of my family. So that's why when we applied for mandatory bail, having spent 6 months, more than 6 months in prison without a committal, it is because we know that they will try to do everything to keep us locked up, tortured, without the legal basis to do so. So, I'm not a lawyer. My lawyers, I believe, have done a good job in seeking our freedom, considering that it's more than 180 days since we were remanded. They have sought for leave. For leave, I think they have asked court to stay these matters so that we seek a revision of what has been decided. That seems not to have gained your favor. Your worship, it's under those kind of circumstances, prioritizing our freedom, the suffering of our families, but I would like to ask my lawyers, prioritize what needs to be done to seek our freedom. All these charges I have faced, I have never, ever failed to appear in a court for trial. Never, or for mention, if it is mentioned. Only that it keeps me in courts rather than in doing my job. So, your worship, I pray to you this afternoon is that in the circumstances, I am asking my lawyers to prioritize our freedom, to go and seek that revision, to go and seek that bail where it should be, since we can't get any reliefs from here. I am in prison, and anybody who thinks that being in prison is a cup of tea should try being there. We do not want to stay in prison much longer, but we are in prison. And we will stay in prison as all this is going on. It's our cost in our lives to stay in prison. But allow us to worship that we prioritize what is priority to us, which is seeking, as the law provides, that we get relief from the prosecutor's harm and stay in our homes as he does whatever he wants to. It would be extremely, I think, unfair for me to continue with him doing what is good for him without doing what is good for me under the law. So, worship, I ask my legal team to proceed now and do the needful, and that you give us time to come back and pay attention to what is going on.
On behalf of just keep it brief.
I don't want to go deep into what I'm going to speak, but I'm not diverting from what my work is stated. To be specific, today I've made 591 days. And this has got to do with my rights. And what we are trying to seek here is simply, under the Constitution, it is on that background, therefore, I have given a strict instruction to my lawyer to strictly pursue the review of this decision on mandatory days. It is after that that I think other procedures can continue. That's all I request.
Your Honor, with those instructions from our client, on behalf of the team, we seek to withdraw to go and prepare the necessary applications. Thank you.
Banange bafulumye omusango kalubye banange sorry Dr. Kiiza Besigye is crying abantu bakaba muneeno you people are crying naye banange omuntu nakaba amaziga neyale omuntu nakaba amaziga neyale mugoli prosecutor mugoli abantu banange. It's so bad. Dr. Besigye akabya amaziga wallahi ng'ayogera bafulumye bambi abantu bafulumye balese Dr. Kiiza Besigye abagambye bamugenda mugende ndoba nfa era babalesemu babalese muno neeranga bwe kyali bambi. This is bad, eh? This is very bad, guys. Naku nterere mu Uganda singa amazuumingirako omusajja oyo. But why this? Why this?
Question, proceed.
Application for amendment of the charge sheet.
dated 29th day of 2025. That's next day of 2025. We actually served the offense without copy. We had filed one on this, but it had some typo issues, so we made an amendment for which we served the offense in court. But also, this amendment, the one with the correction, was uploaded on this as well. So in the circumstances, we pray that the court grants this application to have the judge sheet amended and read to the applicants since they are not represented for now.
Amended charges should be read to the person.
Also, what we wanted the court is the one which are dated the 29th of May.
The amended charges should be read to the accused persons. Listen to the amended charges.
Can retired Dr. Kiiza Aron, you are a male adult, Ugandan, a retired UPDF officer, you are 67 years of age, you are resident of Kasangat Town Council, that is Nangam Sub-County, Nansana Municipality, Wakiso District. Haj Obed Tare, you are male adult, Ugandan, 65 years of age, the resident of Mutunwe Parish, Makindye, Sawagabo, Sub-County, Usiro County, Wakiso District. Captain Dennis Bolal, the male adult, Ugandan, 48 years of age, you are a UPD officer attached to Amari Brigade. You are charged with, both of you are charged with first count, that is prison, contra section 20 subsection 1, C of the Penal Code Act, Cap 108. That she has alleged that you Colonel Retired Dr. Kiiza Aron Akaaye, Butale, Captain Dennis Bolal, and others still at large between the year 2023 and November 2024 at various places and countries including Geneva, that is Switzerland, Athens, Greece, Nairobi, Kenya, Kampala, Uganda. You contravened a broad act or matter by force of arms to overturn the government of Uganda as by law established and expressed or declared such a broad act or matter by utterances and overt acts. Okay. You cannot Dr. Kiiza Aron, you traveled to Geneva, Switzerland, and attended a meeting on the 29th day of October 2023 with others, where you and others discussed the plot to overthrow the government of Uganda by force of arms. B. Colonel Retired Dr. Kiiza Aron, you traveled to Geneva, Switzerland, and attended a meeting on the 24th January 2024 with others, where you and others discussed a plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. C. That you, Dr. Kanu, Cannot charge Dr. Kiiza Besigye, you traveled to Geneva, Switzerland, and attended a meeting on the 14th day of June 2024 with others where you and others discussed a plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. D. That you, cannot retired Dr. Kiiza Besigye, you traveled to Athens, Greece, and attended a meeting on the 29th of September 2024 with others where you and others discussed a plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. E. Can retired Dr. Kiiza Besigye and Amended, you traveled to Nairobi and attended a meeting on the 16th day of November 2024 with others where you and others discussed a plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. F. That between 14th day of June 2024 and 24th of July 2024, you cannot retired Dr. Kiiza Besigye, he solicited for and received US dollars 5,000 and applied the funds to facilitate a group of 36 individuals to travel from Uganda to Kenya in order to attend and receive training in furtherance of the plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. B. That between 29th October 2023 and the 16th November 2024, you cannot retired Dr. Kiiza Besigye, Captain Dennis Olal, and others made various utterances on the WhatsApp social media platform where you discussed and expressed your intentions to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. Count 2. This is in respect of Besigye. This is misprision of treason. It's contract section 25 of the Penal Act.
I pray that this person asked about count 1 before we proceed to count 2.
Plea not taken for lack of jurisdiction on count 1. Plea not taken for lack of jurisdiction. Plea not taken for lack of jurisdiction on count 1.
That you are not asked whether you committed these offenses or not, because this court doesn't have the jurisdiction to apply this. Count that this counts to, I said already that's the message of Kano. They are charged with misprision or treason, contract section 25 of the Penal Code Act, Cap 128. As of this offense like that, you cannot retire Dr. Kiiza Besigye, and the others who are at large.
But what should do they not understand it?
We proceed?
They should have put up their hand.
I cannot retire Dr. Kiiza Besigye, and others who are at large between the year 2023 and November 2024 at various places, including Geneva, in Switzerland, Athens, in Greece, Nairobi, in Kenya, Kampala, Uganda, knowingly that another person, to which Joel Wakwaima and Frank Ihehere at Kunda intended to commit treason. He did not give information thereof with all reasonable dispatch to the minister, an administrative officer, a magistrate, or an officer in charge of police station, or use all reasonable endeavors to prevent the commission of the treason.
Plea not taken for lack of jurisdiction.
This is in respect of the Hajj Ben Charles and Captain. You are charged also with misprision of prison. This is called under Section 25 of the Penal Code Act, Cap 128. Police has alleged that you had obeyed brutally Captain Dennis Solar and others still at large. Between the year 2023 and November 2024, at various places, including Nairobi, Kenya, and Kampala in Uganda, you knowingly that another person, to which Colonel retired Dr. Kiiza Aron Akaaye, intended to commit treason, you did not give this information thereof with all reasonable dispatch the minister, an administrative officer, magistrate, an officer in charge of a police station, use all reasonable endeavors to prevent the commission of the treason.
Plea not taken. Column.
Also grant. Your Worship, we are ready to commit the accused persons as part of the investigation that complete. We filed the indictment and summary of the case on Ekmis, but it had a typo error, and we therefore filed another one today, which is dated 29th of May, 2025.
Yes.
And we also served that on to defense counsel for first applicant, second applicant, and the third applicant. And a copy of the same is on record. It is there, it is on that background, Your Worship, that we made this court to proceed under Section 168 of the Magistrates Court Act.
Please, as you record, remind the
We invite court, Your Worship, as under Section 168 of the Magistrates Court Act, Cap 19, to have the accused persons, the indictment and summary of offense, the case read to the accused persons, and have them committed to the High Court for trial. There's a copy, we filed a copy, but I can't show with another copy here, dated 29.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Your Worship, once again, I don't know whether you intend to proceed, whether it's commitment or whatever the prosecution wants to be done in the charges that have been read for us when we are not represented.
Yes, I want to say something. Your Worship, first of all, this matter, initially, the lawyers have been called and they have been called. And it is on record that the accused person is represented. When this matter came up, for ruling on whether or not this court would refer this matter for revision on its own initiative, and the court said no, the accused person instructed his lawyers to move out of court, which is not the usual practice. in how court conducts its business. It was not fatal for the accused person and his lawyers to wait and listen to prosecution before they would make a protest move out of court, which we as prosecution condemn. And this has not been the first time. Even last time, counsel for applicant moved out of court. And indeed, the accused person denied his lawyer, yet they had been put on record. And after ruling, the accused person said he never gave them instructions to proceed further. And another the process.
Just keep it brief.
No, I'm finishing up. The process that we are undergoing, yes, the accused person requires, he has the right of legal representation right from the start up to the end of the criminal matter. But the process that we are undergoing right now is not fatal. Is not fatal to proceed without the lawyers who have actually deliberately moved out of court. Because that is an attempt to dictate on what court has to do, on what prosecution has to do, and I think we shall go nowhere. The process of having the charges read and the committal process as per section 168, in fact, the DPP is not supposed to come and present the committal papers physically. The law says we are supposed to file, and once we file them, the accused person, it is the duty of court to read out the committal papers to the accused person. It is not a prerequisite for us to come and say we are bringing them. So prosecution or DPP, also the DPP, will have discharged its duty by mere filing. This is what we did. We filed these papers, committal papers, on economics, where the accused lawyers are linked. But let me read this section, Your Worship, just for everyone to understand. This is section 168 of the Magistrates Court Act, Cap 19. It says, where a person is charged in a magistrate's court with an offense to be tried by the High Court, the Director of Public Prosecution shall file in the magistrate's court an indictment and a summary of the case, signed by him or her or by an officer authorized by him or her in that behalf, acting in accordance with his or her general or special instruction. 168.2. The summary of the case referred to in subsection 1 shall contain such particulars as are necessary to give the accused person reasonable information as to the nature of the offense with which he or she is charged. 3. Let's allow me, this is very important. When a person charged with an offense to be tried by the High Court appears before a magistrate and the Director of Public Prosecutions has complied with the subsection 1 of the Magistrates Court, which we have complied with because we actually filed the indictment and summary of the case. We have complied with that. But now the section says if the DPP has complied with that, what is next? The magistrate under 3A give an accused person a copy of the indictment together with a summary of the case, which we have given on evidence, because in evidence by virtue of that we have. So, and then B, read out the indictment and summary of the case to the accused person with the nature of the accusation against him or her in the language he or she understands, and inform him or her that he or she is not required to plead to the indictment. Your Worship, this provision, even without doing this formality, for as long as we file, the DPP has complied with the law under section 168 of the Magistrates Court Act. Therefore, the proceedings right now are regular. They are legal. Even without the accused being represented, because the lawyers will do nothing in this process. It is self-explanatory. They have no input apart from being informed. But again, this scenario is again different. That the lawyers knew of this but they have chosen to move out of court. So you are in order, you want to sit to the committee.
Can we let court make its ruling?
If I reply,
Okay.
Your Worship, you know, again, if it was about condemnation, having said what I have said about the DPP of Uganda versus me,
Let's keep it summarized.
yes, they would not only need condemnation, they would need to be in prison. People who falsify evidence to incriminate a law-abiding citizen cannot be served by only condemnation. So, Your Worship, our lawyers did not go out in protest. They went out with our instructions, as I pointed out, to do what was most urgent in the circumstances. Because they have been following this matter here. Now, unless you suggest that court or DPP will also guide me on which lawyers to apply on which matter concerning this case, I should then be given the liberty, just like my colleagues, I believe, to choose which lawyers to attend to which at what time. And all I'm saying is, we are the ones in prison, so we are not going to run outside. We are saying, give us time. This, we shall get lawyers to deal with this matter when you fix it. But proceed as if, because we have asked our lawyers to pay attention to one thing, we therefore forfeit our right to be represented, would be unfair, and I request that you don't proceed with that. Because the fair hearing is the process of the whole case. And as I have emphasized over and over again, it's a case that can end in death. So what is the hurry in not allowing us the latitude to be represented by those we want to be represented by and pursue what is urgent by those who need to pursue what is urgent? I request your worship that you give us another day when this matter can proceed with our lawyers. And if it is not entertained, maybe you entertain me to seek a constitutional reference to find out whether indeed that right I have to be represented at all these stages should not be respected. Thank you.
Mrs. Aron? The accused lawyers have been in court and informed court that they have been instructed to withdraw from court. The accused lawyers, on their own volition, chose to leave court without being ordered to move out of court. The accused also informed court that he's giving his lawyer instructions to go and take the necessary steps for his personal liberty. I find that the accused in this case has waived his constitutional right to legal representation in these proceedings, and this court cannot be faulted for this. The committal proceedings should proceed as they are legal and proper. The prayer for an adjournment is denied. The accused A1 can also not seek a constitutional reference where he has chosen to waive the right to legal representation. Proceed with the committal proceedings.
Your Worship, yes, Your Worship, we have furnished court with a copy
Your
of
Worship, whether I have waived or not waived my rights is a matter that I would want to be determined, whether by assigning lawyers a certain duty that is more urgent than another, tantamounts to waiving my right under the Constitution to be represented. Our rights, all of us, to be represented, is a matter that I think this court should give me the opportunity to exploit under Article 137 of the Constitution.
Our court has made its decision on the constitutional defense. Please proceed with the committal proceedings.
But the court has no...
Colonel, let's court proceed. Your lawyers can seek legal redress.
They are my lawyers, I'm here
You
myself.
will inform them and they can seek legal redress. Please proceed.
Yes, Your Worship, we have furnished court with a copy of the indictment and sort of the case, dated 29th of May 2025. We ask court, Your Worship, to have the indictment and summary read to this person, and then have them committed to the High Court thereafter.
Read the indictment and summary of the case.
Standing down to another kangaroo court, leading to just
Can we have order in court? Can we have order in court? Proceed with the proceedings.
a moment for one. This courts have been very local. It's not one.
Dr. Kiiza Aron Akaaye, I have to tell you, Captain Venezuela, another secretary, this can this is the summary. That the Director of Public Prosecution shall, at the trial, adduce evidence to prove the following facts. 1. That Colonel, retired Dr. Besigye, one is a retired Ugandan People's Defense Forces, that is UPDF, officer, having served the army in various senior positions previously, that he also a former member of the Forum of Democratic Change, FDC, a political party, having served as its president for several years. You also a former multiple presidential candidate in Uganda. 2. That Dr. Besigye, you have been fiercely opposed to the current national resistance movement government over time. You have openly expressed your desire to change the leadership of the country through violent means such as the infamous walk-to-work, political protests, and defiance campaign. 3. Have you had a military? 2. You are a member of the People Front for Freedom, which is a breakaway group from FDC and commonly known as the FDC Katunga group. At the time of arrest, you were a personal assistant to Dr. Besigye. That you can Captain Dennis Olal, A3, your UPDF officer attached to the Amended Brigade. 5, that Andrew Wilson hearing, referred to as AW, is a proprietor of a private security company that deals in various security-related services, including sale of arms, investigations, and tactical training on firearms, among others, since 2003. 6, that sometime in the year 2021, AW was contacted by Mr. Joel Wakaima, hearing after referred to as JW, a Ghanaian citizen who was based in Switzerland. JW informed AW that he needed the company to provide firearms, weapons, and training to some Ghanaians, both of domestic and in the diaspora, to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. JW requested AW to execute the work for him. 7, that upon listening to the details of the request of JW, AW realized that it was criminal and decided to search for Ugandans authorities to report the matter. AW was provided with the contacts of the commander of the Ugandan contingent of AMISON and senior UPDF officer, who at the time was based in Somalia. AW narrated to the UPDF officer that JW was planning to do and inquired that to do. Full stop, the UPDF officer requested AW to become a government spy and to continue engaging with JW in order to establish the details of the plot overturn the government of Uganda, which AW accepted. AW was introduced to intelligence officer at Chieftaincy of Military Intelligence CMI, under whose supervision he continued to work and to whom he regularly reported his activities. 8, that AW then continued to engage JW over the next 2 years until 2023, when JW introduced AW to Salam Sumba. AW had a conversation with Salam Sumba by Zoom call, and proceedings at this meeting were recorded by AW. During this meeting, Salam Sumba requested for the training of their person, their people in combat communications and intelligence gathering techniques for purpose of spying on the government. 9, that Salam Sumba subsequently requested for a meeting with AW in Brussels, Belgium, where she invited many other people to attend, including Road Mayor of Kampala, Elias Mukwege. Honorable Salam Sumba, Honorable Semuju Nganda, Rebecca Mukaku, and accepted to join the plot to overthrow the government.
There's another person.
Mukaku, and sorry, Charles Womusana. In the discussion at this meeting, AW accepted to join the plot to overturn the government and agreed to be their security and military advisor. The discussions at this meeting were recorded by AW, and the recording shall be relied upon at the trial. 10, that upon building sufficient trust in AW, Salam Sumba requested JW to introduce AW to A1, that's Dr. Besigye. This was done, and the two, AW and JW, had an online discussion with Dr. Besigye about the grand plot overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. This culminated into the first fiscal meeting between Dr. Besigye and AW on 29th day of October 2020 at Geneva, Switzerland. 11. That the first fiscal meeting was held in Geneva, Switzerland on 29th of October 2023 and was attended by AJ, Dr. Besigye, Frank
AW.
AW, Dr. Besigye, that's A1, Frank Kihenere at Punda, and JW at this meeting. The group discussed the plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. A1, that Dr. Besigye requested for military assistance from AW to destabilize Uganda. A1 also requested the AW to train some of his that is Dr. Besigye allies in covert intelligence and paramilitary tactics, which request AW accepted. A1 further requested for counterfeit Ugandan syringe with intent to sink into the economy of Uganda through his collaborators who is stated to be officials in Bank of Uganda as a means of raising finance for Dr. Besigye's objectives and also destabilize the economy. In the same meeting, Dr. Besigye, JW, and Franca requested for bleaching poison to poison targeted government officials. 12. That further, in the same meeting, Dr. Besigye provided AW with a list of government security installations and military facilities like Simba Barracks in Barara, 2nd Division Makenke Barracks, Bugembe Barracks, Bugemba Barracks, Bihango Military School, Kachoma Mountain Brigade, Kabalore Gaddafi Military Barracks, in Magamaga, Mayuke District, Marine Division Nzira, Air Force Academy, Nakasongola Engineering College, Ugazi, Nakasongola Engineering College, Ugazi, Junior Staff College, that's Maga, Singo Karubuku Training School, Ndoroko Military Intelligence and Security School in Nakasongola District. Marking the military barracks, police school, Wewadia, and Oliver Tambo, Aweweta, among others, as targets for attacks that, after agreeing to conduct the training in Kisumu, Kenya, Franka Kihegere Akunda traveled to Uganda with Dr. Besigye to organize their intended group of people for training. The proceedings of the above meetings were recorded using a covert camera by AW, and the same will be relied upon during the trial. 13. That Dr. Besigye and AW created a strong communication, strong relationship through the social media, including WhatsApp. Dr. Besigye provided AW with his Swiss contact line number plus 41 77 81 39 38 990, through which he frequently communicated with AW on mobile line number plus 19 54 39 40 14 1 WhatsApp. During the period from their first meeting on the 29th of October 2023, upon Up to 16th November 2024, Dr. Besigye and AW had numerous conversations and exchanged numerous social media messages, wherein Dr. Besigye discussed with AW details of his intentions and the plot over the government of Uganda by force of arms. Also, a forensic extract of the report of their conversation shall be relied upon during the trial. 14. That in about October 2023, F3 was recruited by JW into joining the conspiracy and the plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. F3 accepted and exchanged various utterances on the WhatsApp social media platform with JW using his phone, where he expressed his support, desire, and intention to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. 15. That Dr. Besigye attended another meeting on the 24th of January 2024 in Geneva, Switzerland, which was also attended by AW and JW. At this meeting, Dr. Besigye assured AW that he was committed to facilitate the training of his people to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. So, in this meeting, Dr. Besigye and JW further requested AW to assassinate the president of Uganda using a drone strike. Dr. Besigye undertook to provide AW with the president's movement routine and vulnerable points to facilitate his assassination. In exchange for AW's assistance, Dr. Besigye and AW undertook to grant the Kurdish government company access, Kurdish government company access to Ugandan banking sector. Launder money, permit the use of Uganda's airfields for trafficking illicit goods, including drugs, use Uganda as a safe haven for Kurdish fugitives and general permit the use of Uganda for illicit activities once the plot overturned the government was successful. 16. That on 14th June 2024, Dr. Besigye attended a meeting with AW and AW in Geneva, Switzerland. In this meeting, the participants further discussed the plot to overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. Dr. Besigye requested AW to arrange for the training of selected groups of people like minded conspirators from Uganda in Kisumu, Kenya, in intelligence and gathering surveillance operations, espionage techniques and use of drone to be used in overturning the government of Uganda. In the same meeting, Dr. Besigye and JW repeated their request for AW to supply them with counterfeit Ugandan currency, drones, weapons, and grenades, which they named pineapples in quotes. Dr. Besigye provided AW with air stripes, coordinates, 2, 17, 30, 35 inch, N, 32, apostrophe 1, 34, E6G, JH72VH plus 2P, 72VF plus 2P, length of stripe 1900 M. 6,233 feet, altitude 5,266 feet, 1,605 meters. MSC, this is bracket, aerodrome, D, manage, bracket, close bracket, in DRC for airdropping of weapons. Dr. Abese further informed the meeting that he intended to use part of the Zambia territory for training and logistics. At the same meeting, AW gave Dr. Besigye $5,000 to facilitate the movement of the selected Ugandan trainees from Uganda to Kisumu, Kenya for training. 17. That in the same meeting, Dr. Besigye introduced two AW2 individuals with Simon Utarundwa and Makora Samuel as his liaison officers for the planned training in Kisumu, Kenya, as well as additional persons of contacts in case of Dr. Besigye and Dr. Hadim Tale were unavailable, that the recording of the meeting of the 21st July 2024 will be tendered and relied upon during the trial. 18. That during the month of July 2024,
that is the typo error. It's supposed to be 14th of June. 14th of June.
That's
Yes.
June 2024.
We're going to change it to put it right. It's supposed to be.
Check 18. Back on 17, it's supposed to be as clear as the Chief Justice that instead of 21st July 2024, it's supposed to be 14th June 2024. Now go back to the thing. That during the month of July 2024, AW traveled from Athens, Greece, to Kisumu, Kenya, trained the selected group of over 30 Ugandans who had traveled from Uganda and were congregated at Bukweli Pastoral Center, where he met Samuel Makwa in order to avoid law enforcement detection and to conceal the true nature of their mission. And the 36 individuals traveled and crossed the border separately and did not travel as a group in accordance with previous agreements with Dr. Besigye and AW had traveled to facilitate the training of the group, and he was expected to deliver counterfeit Ugandan currency and goods, which the two parties commonly refer to as pineapples in black, as previously requested by Dr. Besigye and KW during their meeting in Geneva. 19. However, before the above training could take place, a group of 36, which included Simon Utarundwa and Samuel Makwa, were arrested by Kenyan authorities before the training could take off, and later reported to Uganda. That Dr. Besigye, who had also traveled to Kenya for purpose of attending the same training, disappeared upon receipt of the news of arrest of his accomplices. The group of 36 were handed over to Ugandan authorities together with several exhibits, including police carried out criminal investigations, and a group of 36 were later charged with criminal offences of Nakawa at Nakawa Chief Magistrates Court, Vite Nakawa criminal case number CR 27-2024, 20, the number 20, that after they aborted Kisumu training, Dr. Besigye and AJ agreed and met again on 29th September 2024 in Athens, Greece. At this meeting, the two discussed an armed attack against Ugandan government military facilities, including the Nakasongola Air Base. Dr. Besigye requested AW to supply him with surface to air missile and drones intended to destroy Ugandan aircrafts at Nakasongola Air Base. Dr. Besigye with AW discussed how to attack Nakasongola Air Base with drones in order to destroy governments of Uganda, helicopters, and other military aircrafts within Uganda as one of the ways through which the government of Uganda will be easily overturned. 21. That during the said meeting of the 29th of September 2024, the President and AW agreed as a way forward to hold a meeting in Nairobi, Kenya, where Dr. Besigye would be able to meet their Kurdish Iraq contacts for AW. Dr. Besigye and AW continued communicating with each other via WhatsApp on mobile lines plus 4177 81 38 990 and plus 1954 39 40 141 respectively. The WhatsApp communication chats between Dr. Besigye and AW about convening the Nairobi meeting will be tendered and relied upon in court during the trial. The group agreed to have a follow-up meeting later in Nairobi, Kenya, that the said meeting of the 29th day of September 2024 was recorded separately by AW and another individual who was AW's agent. The recordings will be tendered and relied upon in court during 22. That on 16th November 2024, Dr. Besigye Adilutale, together with AW and his Kurdish contact, attended the meeting of 108 Riverside Apartment, at 108 Riverside Apartment in Nairobi, Kenya, to further discussion the plot of overturn the government of Uganda by force of arms. Full stop. The Nairobi meeting was attended by Dr. Besigye, Dr. Adilutale, and AW and his Kurdish contact, who was posing as a representative of the Kurdish government company. At this meeting, Dr. Besigye introduced Adilutale as his personal assistant and a person who was part of the plot to overturn the government of Uganda. At this meeting, Dr. Besigye repeated his request to be supplied with surface air missile and other weapons attack the government of Uganda. Weapon to attack helicopters and aircrafts as one of the ways to overturn the government of Uganda. Dr. Besigye and Adilutale also briefed the meeting about their plot to investigate civil disobedience strikes in Uganda, starting with assassination of the President, the Republic of Uganda in March 2025, in order to achieve your objectives. 23. That on the 17th day of November 2024, Dr. Besigye and Adilutale were handed over to the Ugandan security officers from Defense Intelligence and Security in Black Ladies at Malaba border, together with several exhibits which included their mobile phones, 2 pistols, and other items. The 2 were later charged at the General Court Martial Obunkenke with offences under the UPDF Act. By the UPDF stock GCM stock 0440 stock 2024. However, following the decision of the Supreme Court in the case of Attorney General versus Honorable Baziguruka Michael and others, the matter was transferred to Uganda Police, which conducted fresh investigations from 12 February 2025. 24th. The accused persons, that is Dr. Besigye and Adibutale, were each examined on PF 24, and all of them were found to have a normal mental status. Their medical reports will be tendered and relied upon during the trial. 25. That the police obtained call details, codes, CDRs, and know your customer, that is black KYC information for Dr. Besigye and Hadutare, analyze the communication patterns between the accused persons and developed an analysis report. Full stop. The communication analysis revealed that the accused were constant communication with each other during the relevant periods. The call detail records, that is black CDRs, KYC information and communication analysis report will be tendered and relied upon in court during the trial. 26. That police investigations retrieved immigration records and travel history of Dr. Besigye and Hadutare, Simon Rondwa, Samuel Maboa, and individuals and others. The records were analyzed and confirmed that the various individuals traveled outside Uganda during the periods of the alleged meetings and trainings, that immigration documents and records shall be tendered in court. 27. That since 2021 and all along, AW was constantly providing updates to his handlers within Uganda's military intelligence. He covertly recorded both on video and audio all relevant meetings with Dr. Besigye and Hadutare, JW, and others conspirators, and shared these recordings with the intelligence officers in the same way. He later handed over the electronic gadgets used to make recordings and audio, stock video recordings, investigators. These were, for instance, examined, and the resultant examination reports shall be relied upon at the trial. 28. That prosecution shall contend that Dr. Besigye Hadutare should not be sued. 29. Prosecution shall further contend that all accused persons indicated in this case, indicted in this case, acted with common intent and in concert with each other and are culpable as such. Whereupon, prosecution shall contend that the accused persons do not have any valid defenses to the indictment, and that they should be convicted as indicted. Dated at Kampala, this 29th day of May 2025. Signed by the people, Thomas, electoral prosecution.
Most obliged. Your Worship, we have the business application number 1. Business application number 1, which prosecution filed. And this application was also frustrated through an application for revision. which has never come to pass. In the circumstances, we beg this court to adjourn this application to another day. Because we intend to proceed with it. It is the business application number 1 of 2025. In Akawa. Your Worship, in respect to the copies of the accused persons, we served the defense lawyers with a copy of the indictment. We served the defense with a copy of the indictment, and Your Worship, if at all, we can withdraw one copy which we gave court when proceeding, because we had filed a hard copy. To that effect, we can give the accused person, or we can run these copies very fast, immediately after. Because we did it foresee the Council for Accused Persons leaving court. We didn't foresee that. Otherwise, we had furnished them with the copies of the indictment.